Good evening, everyone, and you are welcome to class today. I remain myself, Abdullah Bakwali, and tonight's session is where we're going to bring together all what we have been learning from session one and session two in the phase two of our class. Right? Last time I gave an assignment. I told you all to work on the what's it called? To work on the free um, on the school what's that thing called? I gave a school assignment, isn't it? And I told you to do an assignment on as regards a school um, model using what we learnt the other day. And some of you were able to do that very, very well, which actually made a lot of sense. And I was so happy seeing it. And then there were some questions I asked about in the group as well. I asked one about the star schemas and the rest, and some of you gave some responses, both positive, both good ones, and both ones that are not. Some of them were not correct, but some of you were correct in some. So I'm going to explain as we proceed. But without wasting much of our time, let's dive in. So in section one, we actually broke down a flat table and we found different problems that arise from the flat table. In the second section, what did we do? We splitted the flat table that we had in section one and then we built different relationships. So tonight, we are now going to build everything from scratch. We're going to build a professional five-star, five-table star schema. We're going to be doing all of that. Are we following? So what is our agenda for tonight? Our agenda for tonight is we are going to be doing four major things. We're going to talk about the homework they put, right? We're going to then talk about the fact and dimension table. We're going to go deep dive into it. Then we're going to go into building a lifestyle schema, and then we're also going to do a before and after demo and the rest like that. So we shouldn't be doing spending much of our time today, but we'll be able to cover quite a lot of things. So now let's go. So let's start with the let's quickly talk about the assignment. Now, in the assignment that you submitted, most of you got everything around it, right? We had attendance. Attendance basically is supposed to be the fact table, and surrounding the attendance is supposed to be the student table, the course table, the lecturers, and the dates. I think there was one in the WhatsApp group. I'm trying to just give me a moment. There was one that was somebody shared one image that actually depicted what I wanted. Yes, this one. So I don't know who this person is. Maybe it's Martha, I don't know now. So but this picture here actually made a lot of sense. So you can see we have the attendance fact table here, the attendance fact table here, and it is connected to all other dimension table. That is how it's meant to be. So all the lines are now connecting to this center table. So most of the submissions actually follow this exact structure, and that is actually good. And I'm glad to say that majority of you even understand the concept of primary and foreign keys, and you can see that the attendance actually holds the foreign keys that is pointed to each and every of these other tables. So that is not a beginner thinking, everybody. Well done. You are already beginning to think like an analyst, like a database person, like I'll be like a data modeler. Let me give you that name. So yes, now the SCA schema, the school schema that you do actually is identical to what we are going to be doing tonight with our Niger function this thing. Are you following? So just like the attendance, the product. So just like the attendance we had sales. Just like the courses we had products. Just like the customers we had students. But the logic and everything is still going to be what? The same thing. So now let's forge ahead. So now let's now start to talk about facts and dimension tables. Now you see these two, they are one of the major things that you need to put your mind to. Are you following? Now these two tables, you need to make sure you understand them, not by definition only, but you understand them by why they are designed the way they are. Are you following me? Are you following me? Good. So let's talk about facts table. Now, facts table basically does one major thing, which is what? Recording what has happened. Fact table does what? Fact table records what has happened or what is happening. Are you with me? Fact table records what is happening or what has happened. That is what fact table records. So now it records transactions, it records events. Are you following? So once a transaction happened, you have a transaction ID TXN1001. When did it happen? It happened on 15th of March. Abi, a customer 023, bought a product 05. How many units did it buy? He bought 2 units. What is the revenue generated? 270,000. That is a fact. It is something that already occurred. Are you following? So the fact table actually holds that record for you. Are you following? So it has many rows, and each and every of the rows they represent an event. Are you following? They also contain numerical measures or quantitative measures. For example, stuff like revenue, stuff like quantity, they are always usually going to be in your facts table. Another thing about fact table is that you are going to see them containing different foreign keys that actually links to what? Links to the dimensions. Are you following? So usually what you're going to be having in fact table, they're usually going to be lean in nature. You're going to be seeing IDs, you're going to be seeing measures, but you'll be seeing little to no descriptive text. So an example of that is our fact sales table. Another example is the attendance table that we are doing what? That we work with in the assignments. Now, so what do we have in a fact table? In the fact table that we had, in our fact table, our sales table, you can see earlier we had transaction ID inside it. We had a key, a date key. We had a customer ID. We had a branch ID, quantity, revenue. You will notice very well, you will see that all these things are all pointing to another table, meaning that they are foreign keys inside the fact table, but they are always going to be connected to another table where they are the primary keys. So the only true contents that you are going to have inside your fact table, for example, in the one that we are working with, the Nigeria phone sales data, is going to be the quantity that was bought and the revenue that was generated. Everything else is a reference. Are you following me, everybody? Everything else is a what? Is a reference. Now, let's now go to the second part, dimension table. In dimension table is basically a descriptive table. Dimension table is a what? Descriptive table. A dimension table describes who, a dimension table describes what, a dimension table describes where, a dimension table describes when. Are you following me? So for example, let's say we have deemed products or product table. Our product table has just 12 rows. In that 12 rows, it means it has 12 phones. Each phone appears exactly only one time. It describes the product fully. The name of the product, the category of the product, the brand of the product, the cost of the product and the selling price. That is a description of one. It does not tell us anything about sales. It only just tells us everything that we need to know about products. Same thing we have for dates, dimension dates. This is a special one because that one has 366 rows for every day in the year. The day number, the day name, the month, the quarter, the year, the week number. One row per day. Are you following? It does not have anything about transaction at all in it. It only describes for us the time. So dimension tables usually have fewer rows in them. One row per item. Dimension table usually contain descriptive attributes, the name, the category. Dimension table usually contain primary keys, with each item appearing exactly once. And dimension table are rich in nature. Many descriptive columns that we can later use for filtering. Are you following me, everybody? Are you following me, everybody? So the dimension table gives what your Power BI the filter it needs. The fact table gives your Power BI the numbers it needs, and both of them need each other. Both of them do what? Both of them need each other. Now let's proceed. Now let's talk about this. This is a live poll. Now let's go. We have this one, sales. Oh, I've already given the responses inside it, yeah. So look at these six tables that we have here. These are six scenarios. Now, for sales now, sales has transaction ID, it has date, it has customer ID, it has revenue, and it has quantity. What does that tell us? It tells us that everything here is giving us something about a transaction that has happened. And when it's about transaction that has happened, what does that mean? It means what? It is a fact table. Then we have products. Product give us the product ID, the name of the product, the brand of the product, the category of the product, the selling price of the product. We will agree that all of these are all describing the product. And when it is describing something, what does that tell us? What type of table is that? It is a dimension table. We have attendance, attendance ID, student ID, course ID, date, present or not present. We are recording an event. What does that tell us? It is a fact table. We have dates, we have employee, and we have bank transactions. For bank transactions, the transaction ID, the account ID, the date, the amount, the transaction type. This is recording transaction, isn't it? It's recording an event for what has happened. What does that tell you? That is a fact table. So everybody now, do we all know how to depict a fact table from a dimension table now? Good. Now, in our assignment that we had, that I gave to you in the Banky homes that we have, right? Tell me, what is the which of them is the fact, which of them is the dimension table? Anybody? Hello?
I will lock you for a few seconds.
Okay, I should give you a few seconds. Okay, I'm giving you a few seconds.
No, no, we lost you for a few seconds. I don't know if it's my internet. I don't know if you asked the question.
Oh, I asked a question. I said, in the assignment that was given to you, that I gave to you, which one was the fact table? Which one was the dimension tables in the banking homes assignment that you did?
Property listing was, or rather, each dimension.
Property
Transaction,
listing
fact.
is dimension. Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Transaction.
I'm
The
listening.
transaction table. I said
Transaction
transaction table is fact table.
transaction table is fact table. Yes.
Then the viewing, property viewing.
There's property viewing.
I would say,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Is it a fact or a dimension?
Initially, I was, but from the last class, you said it was a fact table, so I'll stick with fact table.
Facts.
Initially, I said it was
Why
dimension,
are you sticking?
but you explained
Why are you accepting what I said? I may be wrong, you know.
Mm.
it.
Based on what you learned today, what is it? Let me quickly show you back what fact and dimension is. Look at it here. Based on what you learned now, what was that proper viewing?
Fact table.
Was it a fact table or a dimension table?
Fact.
Okay, why is it fact, Madam Judith?
It was a fact because it recorded the number of the how many times maybe a property was viewed there.
Yes,
So that
good.
it is calculations.
That's very good.
So it was viewed.
So it's on a
Yeah.
fact table. So, Madam Judith, why didn't you come and submit your assignment too?
Oh my God, I wanted to explain this. I'm far much behind. I've skipped so many classes
Oh, wow.
due to unavoidable circumstances.
Okay.
So it's when I just went back to start watching the first video. I'm actually, and I hope that I'll be able to catch up with the rest. I'm doing
Okay.
data cleaning.
Okay.
So you
No
see, even
problem.
that day when you're calling me, I didn't even have an answer. I would tell you. I didn't even know that we were supposed to be submitting our projects, but I'll work on it.
No
Uh,
problem. Um,
yeah,
Texas is going to
thank
be
you.
starting very soon. So you might want to share
So,
to your countrymen.
sorry?
Texas is starting soon.
Oh, okay.
So if you have people you want to join us from your country so that they can join
For which courses?
for data analytics for everything you did during your time in Texas. You are part of Texas now, Madam Judith. Were you not?
Oh, that's really good to know.
Were you part of Texas?
No, see, the last class I did was with you. We did that analysis still, but that was
Yes,
Excel,
now.
and we
And
did
that
the
was
SQL.
yes, that was last year, right?
Yeah.
And that's Texas
Yes,
now.
yes, your top inspection.
And that's Texas now. She didn't even know the name.
Sorry?
So
She
maybe
said,
if you said get bondage,
"Oh, get
correct.
Bundy." Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, that same one from
Yeah,
Get
get
Bundy.
Bundi.
Yes, that's the one from Get Bundy. So they're having the same one again this year. So if you have
Oh, that's really.
ladies from your country to join, let them know so that they can join and benefit
All
from it
right.
as
You
well.
have the link? Is the link there? Maybe if I have a link, I can share with those who'd be interested to
Okay,
join.
promise to do that. Promise and
All
I
right.
Gladys.
already shared it on the platform.
Okay,
I shared it
perfect.
on the platform.
Yeah.
The same one, the WhatsApp group that we used last year. I don't know.
No. Inside
No,
our
this
WhatsApp group now.
WhatsApp group.
Oh, okay. I'll check. I'll check. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, let's continue, everybody. Let's finish. So, so that is about that. We would now. So from here we then move. So let's quickly talk about the date table. Let's talk about the date table. The date table is one of the most powerful weapons that has to be in your what's it called? It's a secret weapon for you as a Power BI professional. So now the date table is one of the most important table, and you can see I intentionally gave it a slide on its own because it is a very special table. It is different from all other dimensions. Are you following? It is one of the most misunderstood thing for Power BI beginners. So one thing I want you to do is I want you to spend more time here, and we're going to unlock everything. Because in fact, I think in our fourth session, I'm going to be going deep diving into the date table properly. But for now, I'll just talk about it briefly. So now, when it comes to date table, are you following? Because one of the things that we're going to be doing with Power BI is what we call time intelligence. Are you following me? And without a proper date table, your time intelligence will not work properly. So every other dimensions that we usually have in our model describes something that we have inside our model or in our business. For example, the product table that we have, it has the products that we sell. The customer table that we have, it has the customers that we serve. The branch table that we have, it has the branches that we do what? The branches that we operate. But then the date table, what does that one have for us? The date table describes time for us. It describes time for us. And Power BI has a built-in relationship, a secret relationship that has with time that Power BI does not have with other dimension. Are you following me, everybody? So now, what would we have in our date table? Our dimension date table basically would have, for example, if it is a 1 year date table, right? You could have 366 rows there or 365 rows, depending whether it's a leap year or not. You're going to have 1 row per day. Are you following? And every day that is inside your date range. Then you are going to have a date key. That date key is going to serve as your what? As your primary key. Then you go deep dive into describing that day. Describing what? That date. That is when you now talk about the day. That date we have a day. That date we have a month. That date we have the quarter it falls into. That date we have the year. That day we have the week name. That day we have the week number. That day we have a day name. That day we have a month name. That day we have a column whether to know whether it is a weekend or not a weekend. So every single piece of time context that you will ever use or that you will ever need for your report is always going to be in your date table. So why does it matter? It matters because once you have a date table, you are able to unlock all the time intelligence DAX functions that is available. YTD stands for year till date. So you can use that with your sales spray. You want to know the sales from year to date. Once you just put YTD like that, it automatically starts from January 1 that year till whatever date you have that day. So that way you don't need to be writing that's for 2025. That's it will pick it automatically. MTD stands for month till date. It knows the current month that you are currently in and it will automatically refresh to the current month. Also, same period last year is a very powerful DAX that allows you to be able to compare what has happened between January to what are we now? June. January to June this year and January to June last year. Same period last year. Same period 2 years previous year. Something like that. Are you following? That's why date table is very important. Also, it allows us to be able to drill from your year to your quarter to your month to your day. Drill down into your what? Into your date. And also, you have just one table that can connect to multiple fact table. For example, in the banking homes, you notice you have two fact tables inside of it. But your date table must be connected to them, both your transaction and the viewing. That's how you know the date is done properly. Remember, I talked about it in the mock classes. So now, the most important step you have to do while you are doing your date table is that once you have created that date table, the most important step for you is that you make sure that you mark your date table as the date table. Giving it the name date table does not necessarily mean that that is the date table. Are you following me? You need to go back. You will right click on the date in the model view and you now say mark as date table. We did that in the mock 2 class of our mock classes. Are you following? So after you have built the relationship from fact sales to dim date, you now need to mark the date as the what? Date table. Because this is the step that will unlock that time intelligence DAX functions that I was talking about. So if you don't do it, your time intelligence DAX functions will be giving you wrong results or they will be refusing to work. Is that understood, everybody? Good. Amina, you raised your hand.
I lost a line you were saying, but I can't remember what I lost. That's why I raised it down back.
Okay. May you remember. So, to go is that no date table means no time intelligence. So, that and time intelligence is the difference between a basic report that you are doing and a real analytical report. Are you following me? Good. So, I just needed to chip in that and that. So, now let's now go to our Power BI where we talk and build um the full schema. So let me open my Power BI. Just 1 minute, 8 minutes. And I think we even already built the start schema that day. But I need I just not explained or explained all these ones this time. So let me open it and confirm. Hmm. Hmm. It's opening up. Just 1 minute. Loading queries. So Amina, I think we've responded to your question about fact and dimension tables now.
Yes, sir. The main one.
Okay. The main one, which one is that?
The one I was asking about, like our project that
Okay.
okay, we don't need to create another fact table and everything. We already have them.
You already
Shibi.
have them. Yes. Was this our table? Let's confirm oh, before I go and do. I think this was our table, right? We have the product, the customer, and sales table. Good. So even having it like this already is also already a star. Are you following? It's already a star. This space is too small. 1 minute. So based on what we have now, we notice that we need a date table in this table because we have transactions in fact, right? So how do we now put a date table? What do we do? How do we create it? So I'm going to teach you in 4 different steps what to do. We're going to start with creating a table. We're going to create the date columns. We're going to sort the columns and we're going to mark as a date table. So how do we go about it? So what we go about is we go to our model view or table view. We click on new table. When we click on new table, right? We're just going to do it like this. You can say dim date or date, anyone you want. We'll call it date. but let's use dim date so that we are following the list we will be using, equals to calendar auto. Now you see this calendar auto dax, it actually does what? It scans your entire model. Once it scans the entire model, it finds the earliest date and the latest date across all the date column that it sees. What does this tell you? It tells you that in your data modeling, in your data cleaning, you must have done what? Converted a date column to be a data type. That's the only way this calendar auto would work properly. So it finds the earliest and latest date across all the date columns that you have. It will now build a complete calendar with one row per day. No gap, no duplicates. Are you following? So let's do it together now. Dim date, calendar auto, and enter. Let's see what happens. Do you see what has happened? Because our report is only around 2024, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, the report is already for 2024. So now you can see it has everything about 2024. If we had more than 2024, before 2024, after 2024, everything are all going to be there. Are you following me? That is what? That is one way to do it. Oh, Mr. Bankole, calendar auto is not working for me. What can I do? Is there any other method I can do? Yes. What is the other method? Method number 2. I will say new table again. This time around, we'll call it date 2 table. Date 2. You can use something we call calendar. You will now say, what is the start date? The start date is a date. So what is the date? The year is, let's say, 2024, comma, the month 01, comma, the year, the day 01. So that is your start date, comma, what is the end date? The end date is, this is if you want to do it manually yourself. Are you following? So the end date is still going to be what? Date, tab, 2024, for example, comma, December is 12, comma, the last day of the month is what? 31st. Close bracket, close bracket. So if I press enter now, you see I have the same thing. Please, everybody, what I just did now, is it understood? This is the most simplest and easiest way. And I told you, you can see this one is only having dates. This is just to start. You can use your dim date to do what? By using calendar auto to quickly scan all through, which is the one to use. Are you following me? Then we have, what now remains is for us to now start adding the what? The date column. We can put all of them inside a single, what's it called though? A single, what do we call this thing? In a single DAX, like the one I shared one day to the WhatsApp group. But it's, when I noticed that once that DAX is becoming long, it started giving us headache, or some of us did not understand it. So we're going to break it down together. Are you following me? So now let's take it one after the other. So from this date now, we need the year. So that means I need a new column. So I go to column. What do I need column? Column is year. Year equals to year of where? Dim date. Dim date date. And I close bracket. Enter. It extracts the year. Next is I want the month. I want the what? The month. Month is what? Or let's say month number. Month number. What is the month number? The month number is the month into dim date date. close brackets. You begin to see it, oh, it's already taking shape. Next, we want the month name, isn't it? New column, month name. What is the month name? This one is technical. We are going to format. Some of you might remember how we used to do it inside um, inside in Excel. You know, we used to use text. The same method is what I'm going to use here now. So you can say format, right? Then you tab it. What is the value? The value is your dim date. So you can see your format allows you to convert a value to a text in a specified number format, just like text does in is equal to text does inside of Excel. Same thing format does here. So we want dim date, that's the value, comma. What is the format? The format is what? MMMM, 4 M's. Why did I use 4 M's? Can somebody tell me what 4 M's will do for me? Anybody?
The month name in
The month name
the
in
month name in
full.
full.
Perfect. So if I press enter now, you will see I will have the month name in full. So because I want to do the other side, I'm going to copy this, Control C. Then what happened again? I need the shorter version, isn't it? There are sometimes I will need the longer version, then another time I will need the shorter version. So instead of month name, I will say what? Short month. This is how you build from scratch. If you don't want trouble, or your what's it called? Your this thing is already becoming. You are the one that you are scared of all those big this thing. It's as simple as that. Then you remove one out of this, so you have three. Once you press enter, you can see we have. Are you all seeing how I'm bringing out the date table? This is much easier, right? Should we continue? What else do we need? We need quarter, right? So what is quarter? Quarter is what? Quarter. Quarter is equal to quarter of what? Your dim date, close bracket, enter. You have your quarter. Now, this quarter now, that is the quarter number. So let me use as quarter number. But we need quarter itself where we have Q1, Q2, isn't it? So let me teach you how to do that one. I will copy this DAX. I will now say new column. So for quarter now, quarter is now going to be Q, want Q plus, oh no, sorry, not plus, and the quarter this thing. So once you press enter, this one will now give you Q1, Q2. You can see. Like come here now, I can say I have Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Perfect. What else do we need? Day, the name of the day. Perfect. That's good. So we say day. Day day number first. What is day number? Day number has day of what? Your date. So when you do this one, this gives you the day. So it runs from 1 to what? 366. Abi, it's not, no, 1 to 30, 1 to 30, yes, 1 to 30 or 31 of every, what's it called? Of every month. That is what your dim day, it returns 1 to 31. Are you following me? So it returns 1 to 31. Your day must have a name, isn't it? So you do day name. So the day name will go in the format of what we did before with month. So we say day name, which is equal to what? Your format, your dim date as your this thing, comma, and then what do you want it as? You want it as DD, full day, DDD, isn't it? I did not close the bracket, but it still worked. But it added it automatically. Perfect. Now you can see you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That is your day name. Then one other thing is you want your week number as well. You want to know we have 52 weeks. That is the ISO week numbering, isn't it? So you must start from week 1 to week 52. So how do you go about it? You add a new column. You can say what? Week number. So week number has its own time this thing, which is called week. Let's say week num. So you can see there's also weekday. I will show you weekday. We use that weekday. But let's use week num. Week num has the date. So what is the date? The date is what? Your dim date. Dim date. So once you do that and you enter, now you see week 1 up to what? Up to week 52 or 53 in this case. You can see because it is a 366 day this thing. Then which one again? Everybody. We have
It's
yes,
weekend.
it's weekend. Good. So how do we do is weekend? New column. This one, it is something that is very what's it called? That is very um uh technical. So watch this. Would say is underscore weekend is equal to, you write an if statement for it. What is the logical test? The weekday. So weekday column returns a number from 1 to 7. Are you following? So weekday returns a number from 1 to 7, starting from Monday. Monday is 1, 6 and 7 is the weekend. Are you following? So if you put it like this, that weekday, what is the weekday? The weekday, then what is the date? Then date, comma. So you can see we have 1, which tells you are going from Sunday to, see, look at 1. You have to choose a format. If you choose 1 is saying that you start your weekday from Sunday to Saturday, which might be difficult for us when we want to do weekend. But let us go to 2. 2 say we are starting from 1 to 7. Our first day is Monday and our last day is Sunday. 3 saying you are starting from 0 to 6. So we can use 2. Why do I want to use 2? You will see now. When I use 2 like this, it means my weekday is starting from Monday. My weekend is actually now going to be 6 and 7, isn't it? So once my weekend is 6 and 7, that means anything that is greater than or equal to 6 is what? That is my weekend. Are you following? So if this weekday, any result I get from this place, this weekday result will give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. So if any of that day, the one that is equal to, greater than or equal to 6, are you following? Say yes. That is weekend, yes. But if it is not great, that is the result if true, comma. What is the result if false? Result if false is now what? No. Meaning what? It is not a weekend. So we close our brackets and we say enter. So that you can see no, 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 then yes. Our Saturday and Sunday is yes weekend. Our Saturday and Sunday is yes weekend. We can see that. The last one is our month year column. So let's add month year. So say month year, which is equal to format tab, the value dim date, comma. Then our format is going to be month, space year, 1, 2, 3, 4. Close bracket, enter. That way you can see we have January 2024 and it goes like that. So you can see everybody, we have been able to build for ourselves a good what? A good date table or a good calendar table. Any questions so far?
So Uncle, please can you click on his weekend again? Let me see the
Okay,
code.
I have clicked on it. Let me make it. Let me write it in normal way so that you have an understanding. Can you see it now?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So that is it. So now we've been able to use calendar auto to write all this. Are you following?
What if you want to get
Huh?
the normal weekday? Because the week number we have here.
What did you say?
What if you want to get column for just the weekday alone? Is week number we have in our this thing.
We want the weekday. Yes, you can add the new column now. Weekday. It's not hard now. Oh yeah, now let's do it. Weekday. What is the weekday now? Is equal to weekday of your dim date. Date. Dim date date. Simple. So now but you need to make sure. So now we're using 2, which means our weekday is starting from Monday. 1. Like that. So we enter now. We have weekday. You see it. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it goes like that. Is that okay, Oluchi? Is that understood? Abdurrahim, Amina,
Sir, so I wanted to ask that for the first option you gave, after doing the what's it called?
which one?
The for the first option, the dim dates one, the calendar auto.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have to do all these steps because I noticed that it's for the dim dates too that you're doing all these steps.
No, I'm doing it in dim dates, in normal calendar auto now. That's when I'm doing it. I've not done anything in
Okay.
dim date in date 2. See, date 2 is still empty.
Okay.
So you can either do it
Okay.
this way or you do it that multiple that one that you can put all of this code inside one that. Do you understand?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, it works. So once you are done with this, everybody, don't let us stop here. Because for example, let's look at our model view. You can see that the date is still staying here, Abi. So let's still leave it like that. What I'm saying is if you look at it, let's say we bring a new tab now. If you bring the date, the month name out, what do you notice? What do you notice in the result? Is it following? Is it arranged properly?
It's not it's no.
It's not arranged properly. So we need to sort our column. And this is a step that most people forget. So you do it back in your dim date. So how do you do that? Your month name, where is it? This month name needs to be sorted properly. And that is why we used to create this month number table. So we are going to click on month name. Are you following? We need to make sure it is sorted by the month number. So how do we do that? We click on month name. We now go to this place that says sort by column. You now click on sort by column. You now click on what you want to sort it by. You want to sort it by the month number. So when you do that, it will work on it. So once it work on it, if you go back to that sheet, you will see that it is now sorted properly automatically. Do you understand it, everybody? Very easy, very simple. So now we have sorted the column. Now, once we have now sorted the column, the next thing for us to now do is to, for time intelligence, what do? We need to mark this table as a what? As our date table. How do I go about it? You can go to table, you go to, for you to do that, you need to do it inside your what? Inside your model view. You do it inside your model view. So you go to the model view, you click on dim date. You can see I've clicked on it. When I clicked on it, you first look up here. Is there anything like that there? Is not there. So now you will now right click on it. You will do what? You will right click on it. Once you right click on it, are you following me? You will now see a place that says calendar options. Boom. So once you see calendar option, you will now see to ask you that.
So I
Did
can't
you
hear you for a bit. Your network went off from the.
okay? Let me take it again. You go to your model view. Can you see the model view, everybody? Can you hear me and can you see my screen? Once you're in the model view,
Yes, sir.
what you do is you right click on the model view and you click on calendar options, or just click on the date. You will see this place calendar options up here as well. It's the same thing. Once you click on it, you will see say calendar options for dim dates. Create a calendar to improve your query performance for you to analyze over different period of time. Remember to update any DAX intelligence this thing so that it will reference this calendar that we are doing now. You say don't issue, just say mark as date table. Once you mark it as date table, it will bring something for us. You see, you now click on. It will now tell you to choose a column that represents your date. Once you click on it, it has already notified the date itself already. You can see it is validated successfully. Then you say save, working on it. Then you just say done. So that this now becomes your date table automatically. This becomes your what? It becomes your date table. So now that is how you do what? That is how you that is how you work with it. Is that understood? So I'm going to copy and paste something in the WhatsApp group now. What I'm going to be pasting in the WhatsApp group is going to have everything that I just talked about now. How to do the dates. I have pasted it so that I don't forget. Just give me a moment. So you can use it like that, and so you can copy it as I pasted it like this. You can copy everything, that code all at once. Are you following? And paste it inside the date table. But it's not needed. You can take it one after the other. Are you following? So all the first steps, I have put everything for you in the what? In the comment section. I hope you've all seen it in the chat. I'll be in the class. Have you seen it in the WhatsApp group? Perfect. So let's
Not
continue.
yet, sir.
So the next thing for us to now do is to do what? Is to connect it, the fact sales with the dim date. Are you following? So how do we connect it? Just your date, drag your date to your date. So once you drag your date to your date, the fact table is what? Is many. The date table is one, isn't it? So which is many to one or one to many, however the direction is. So when I say save now, you see now we have a star one. But look at the direction. Direction is saying that what? One to many, which is what we want, which is what we discussed about last time in class. So we have a one to many relationship, and with that, we now finally have our what? Finally have our star schema. You can see our star schema now, properly done. You can even break down this thing of branch. You can do a branch column. You can do a table for branch and everything again to further make it nicer. So this date two table now I don't need it. So let us delete from the model. Yes, I've deleted that one. I don't need it.
Sir, did you sorry, did
I'm with you.
hello?
Go ahead. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. The dim table was connected to the date column in the fact series, right?
Yes, the dim column, the dim table. Which dim table?
The dim date, sorry, the
Yeah, the
dim date
dim table.
created.
Yeah, what happened to it?
Okay.
The date is connected now to the
Just
fact
went.
series. So now it's easy for us to
Okay.
now do what? If I come here now and I go to our fact table now, our sales table, and I just bring revenue, you see now we have a proper revenue table, a proper revenue. Um, you see that we have a revenue chart easily now. Is that understood, Amina, and everybody? So that is how we create our what? That is how we create um our date table. So let's quickly conclude. So we have created our schemas, right? We've done all of that, and we have something similar to this diagram that we have here. Now, so from here now, we have built our dimension. We didn't do branch, but we can do that later. So we have dim dates, products, customers. We can add branch to it. You can do that on your own. Then from there, now we before and after. Now we can in our flat table, we might not be able to do filter by city. We might not be able to do total revenue properly, but with our star schema, we can do everything properly now. We write just one line of that. We have our report speed is fast now. Our filter, when we are doing all these things, are going to make everything easier and faster. Unlike what we had before, that was just big and flat and anyhow. Are you following? And I believe that we were able to go through that the last time that we were together, we did everything. You can see when I did that, when I tested with that, what was it called? When I tested with this one that I just did quite fast now, you can see that everything is happening and working immediately. No issue or anything. I don't need to write too much of that again. It has picked it automatically. Are you following me? Good. So that is everything that we have to for today. So I'm going to send some other things to us in the WhatsApp group so that we can work with it. So with what we did this night, I have been able to combine our class 3 and class 4 together. So that means our class 4 on Thursday, where I'm supposed to talk about date table, calculated columns and measures, we have done it today. But irrespective, we can still do some other things on Thursday. So we still meet on Thursday to conclude everything totally. So thank you very much, everybody, for staying tuned from the beginning of the class
Sir,
till
sir,
now.
sir, sir, sir,
Yes,
sir,
so I don't know if you have any
sir.
question. Yes, I'm with you. I know you have questions.
Yes, sir. So, sorry, sir. So I was trying to do this manage relationship last time, and I
Mhm.
noticed my this thing was showing inactive relationship. But I later went to activate it to active, but I noticed your own is automatic active. Is it like from your settings or there's an issue somewhere?
There might be an issue somewhere. Maybe something is not interacting properly.
But I changed it to active, sha.
Yeah, it's okay. Did you confirm why you changed it to active?
I think there was a mistake in the mismatch of the relationship.
Okay.
Then I've not watched the video. Then I think later I
What did you say? Hello? Can anybody hear me? Hello, Mila. I don't hear what you said now.
yes, yes, we can. I can hear you, sir. I said it's not understood.
Okay,
No,
I'm
thank
glad.
you, sir.
You're welcome. Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Okay. In absence of no question, everyone, thank you very much for being attentive with me. Thank you very much for staying tuned from the beginning of this class to the end of this
It's
class.
just something that comprises like everything instead of us doing it manually, right?
I didn't get what you said, Amina.
There was a code you sent during my presentation that brought out all your information.
Yes, it has everything all together. Yes. The one I sent you your presentation has everything all together.
Okay, okay.
So the one I sent has everything during has everything all together. Okay, so I think it's safe for us to round up now. So thank you very much everybody for coming to class today. And I believe we've all learned something today and this week. So on Thursday we're going to meet and we're going to round up. Bye bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Bye.